Next is from Tom Skiro, and the subject is, there is no subject. Hey, fellas, hope you guys are doing well during all this and Konnan, super stoked you're back and feeling better. You guys are my favorite podcast, and I'm a proud monkey on a Cupcake Patreon member. Thank you. I have a couple quick questions. I hope you guys can answer. My buddies and I always make fun of and laugh at Mongo McMichael and just have absolutely brutal his stuff was. It's to the point where we actually love him for it. Do you guys have any stories regarding work with him backstage or just stories in general about him? Do you guys have any stories or memories of working on a set of Ready to Rumble? Disco has some decent FaceTime and want to know if it was a good or bad experience. Thanks so much, guys. I eagerly await a new episode each week. Jojo, keep up the great work. Konnan, you're a living legend. I'm glad you're better. And Disco, you're one of the most underrated workers of all time. Thanks. And that's Tommy from Morristown, New Jersey. I got a funny thing. Shane Helms sent me a clip of Bret Hart talking about how he started doing the sharpshooter. And in the comment, when he was talking about, we referred to you as Konnan?
What?
He goes, and Konnan was there. He called you? Konnan was a Mexican wrestler.
Who's this?
Bret Hart. Oh. Referred to you generically as just a Mexican, like Konnan was a Mexican wrestler.
Right.
I thought that was funny. This is like, I wouldn't describe you like, hey, who's Konnan? Oh, he's a Mexican wrestler.
Well, he's Canadian. What do you expect? Nothing.
Hey, so Mongo, bro, the funniest thing about it is like this fan base, okay, these guys will put Mongo stuff on Twitter, and he was a but you had to respect the fact that even though he was not good, he got pops. The guy got pops. Because you're watching the crowd react to his matches, he's not, and the crowd's still going crazy for him. And it's just very, you just.
Not only that, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, he was coming off, less than 10 years ago, being on the greatest team of all time.
Right.
And being
one of the Pepe, he had the dog with him. He's funny. He was over the top.
And remember, he was married with Deborah at that time.
Yeah, and he was always kind of like in the NFL. He was kind of like a renegade.
Yeah,
like an over the top personality.
He was on that Bears team. That was a lot of renegades, right? They did the Super Bowl
the party he was doing there because he fit in right with our boys partying wise. I mean,
right.
You know what I'm saying? But he was a great guy, dude. Mondo was a great guy.
So Ready to Rumble. I just have two basic stories. It was, first of all, just turned me off on
very boring.
It turned me on to turn me off to ever wanting to work in movies. Okay, because we would go on the set and sometimes be there for 15 hours, and you wouldn't even call you, right? You just go there, just hang out all day for 15 hours and literally do nothing productive except they had a gym in one of the trailers, and we just watch TV, play cards, whatever. But there's two things that happened on that trip. Number one, we were staying in downtown LA and I was staying in a hotel on like the 18th floor, and I experienced my first earthquake. Okay, which is very weird. While you're in the 18th floor of a building, getting an earthquake experience. And secondly, I'll never forget this. I never really heard about downtown LA and the bums in the street and everything. But there was one day we're driving by and there was a guy, a bum, a homeless guy, and he had like a fake sword, and he was attacking the parking meter. Like he was having like a sword, like he was like an ancient thing, and like he was fighting the parking meter. Right. And I'm just wondering, I was going like, God, what drugs is this guy on that he thinks that parking meter is like an animate object instead of like just a parking meter?
30 years of heavy drinking.
We were right in the area of Skid Row. Like they've taken over all of downtown. Dude.
Yeah,